Chicago's #1 news with Alan Krzyzewski, Kathy Braun, weather with meteorologist Jerry Tabb, and sports with Jim Rose. This is ABC 7 News at 6.
Deal or no deal? Earlier today, congressional leaders seemed to have an agreement in principle on this $700 billion bailout plan for the U.S. financial markets, but then hours later, they could not seal that deal to save Wall Street. Good evening. Just a few hours ago, President Bush was meeting with Republicans and Democrats at the White House to hammer out a bipartisan bill to rescue the battered economy.
They did not, though, reach an agreement on the bailout, but President Bush said that he hopes they can make a decision shortly. ABC 7's Stacey Baca joining us tonight with details and how Illinois lawmakers are playing a role in all of this. Stacey?
Well, Ellen and Kathy, congressional leaders are still working on all the details. The president's proposal does not have enough votes. Some leaders want to massage that deal, others want to scrap it and start all over. Regardless, we talked to U.S. representatives from Illinois this afternoon. They plan to stay in Washington for as long as it takes. As one congressman said today, it's not about donkeys or elephants. We need to make sure that we're very measured on what we're asking taxpayers. From Capitol Hill to Illinois, congressional leaders are listening to you.
When I listen to my constituents, I'm sensing that they want to make sure that we have explored every conceivable possibility before coming to them and asking them for what could be knocking on the door of $1 trillion.
President Bush addressed the nation last night asking for a $700 billion bailout. His plan does not have enough votes, so congressional leaders were busy hammering out other options today.
As we speak at this moment, in the afternoon here in Washington, D.C., the votes do not exist in order to bring this deal about. This is supposed to be a rescue plan. Let's make sure it is, and not simply a bailout of Wall Street investment bankers.
We have taken a breath, slowed down, not jumped the way we were asked to jump, and do it in a thoughtful way so we can protect taxpayer dollars.
If federal money is used, congressional leaders want to develop an independent panel to oversee the money, restrict CEO payouts, and ultimately protect taxpayers.
They're not interested in a bailout. They would be interested in something called a booster shot. A lot less money under more strict controls.
And Illinois congressional leaders had mixed feelings about the presidential hopefuls meeting with President Bush at the White House this afternoon.
They do have an obligation as senators first and foremost, and I was pleased that they suspended their campaign activity to get that done.
They should go back on the campaign trail and continue to campaign for President of the United States. I assure the American public there are enough of us here already meddling in this process that we don't need two more.
And it's a process that may take some time.
Bring in the sleeping cots. We should not leave this city until this problem is resolved.
Well, after the meeting at the White House, we expected to hear from the presidential candidates and some of the congressional leaders. The only person, though, who faced the White House press corps was Alabama Senator Richard Shelby, and he said that there was obviously no agreement. President Bush wants a vote as soon as possible, and Alan and Kathy, right now, you asked deal or no deal? Yeah. No deal right now in Washington.
Shelby's been opposed to that plan, of course, that they've been talking about this afternoon. Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay.